This is child abuse. That's it.
I'll wait. How much do you pay each month for electricity and how often?
How often? Each month. You know, I could get my phone out and check exactly, but it's probably about...
Would you?
Probably about $180 to $200 a month, depending on how many lights the kids leave on.
Tell me about your children. How many do you have, may I ask?
I have 3 children.
And they're school age?
They are not. One of them is in kindergarten.
And then the other 2 are younger. Great. How much and how often do you pay for sewer?
Once every 4 years when the septic truck comes to clean it out.
How much and how often do you pay for house insurance, homeowners insurance?
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
How much and how often do you pay for homeowners insurance?
Let's see, that's once a year. I purchased that policy.
How many hours did you work weekly last week?
I don't know.
What is your hourly rate of, let me ask you this, because I don't want to invade your privacy. Do you know your hourly rate of pay as you sit here today?
Yes, ma'am. I know how much I get paid.
Hourly?
I do not get paid hourly.
But you're going to need to know that. So do you know right now how much you get paid calculated as an hourly thing?
What does this have to do with the broad-based categorical eligibility?
I respect, I actually get to ask the questions with all due respect, and you either can answer them or refuse to answer them, which is your prerogative. Do you know your gross pay before deductions?
I do.
Do you know what day of the week your paycheck is received on?
Yes, I do.
What day is that?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Let's go through, do you know whether you own any certificates of deposit?
I know my financial situation quite well.
How about your account number for your IRA or 401k?
My account number? No, I don't have that handy, but I could get it in about 11 seconds.
Tick-tock. I'll wait.
I'm going to be respectful and keep my phone in my pocket as we're asked to do.
Okay, the reason I'm asking you all these things, Mr. Adolphsen, is I want to show you what the Maine the state of Maine's application for food supplement looks like for SNAP.
Yes, ma'am. I ran that program for 4 years.
Okay, this is a 6-page application for SNAP. I asked you a handful of these questions to fill all of this out. There's so many pages, I'm dropping them. I apologize. This is a handful of what you would have to fill out. This is information that is much more extensive than, for example, I am required to provide in my congressionally mandated financial disclosures as a member of the House of Representatives to the American public. Tick-tock. I'll wait.
What are you trying to do, man? What the are you doing?
God.
You little
I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
what the
I'm so
I had to
sorry,
rip
I
you out of
didn't see
that car. You little
I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Just be more careful next time, okay?
Will do, okay.
We on for golf on Saturday?
Yeah, Arnie Norton asked if he could play.
I'm not playing with him. He's a Trump supporter. Never play with a Trump supporter.
Really?
See him around town with that hat. Make America great again. I don't need that crap. He makes me want to not be anywhere near him. I don't know. You can check with Carl, see if he wants to play.
I gotta go.
This is a little bit of a political question, but obviously a big part of this show is the MAGA hat.
For the first show, yeah.
Right. There are people that wear the MAGA hat and like what the MAGA hat represents. Are you afraid about alienating them? They could be fans of the show.
Alienate yourselves. Yeah. Go and alienate. You have my blessing. No, I could give a f.
It's a great people repellent.
This is child abuse. That's it. The cruelty is the point. I'm really just having a hard time here because the stereotyping and the criminalizing and the vilifying of the poor. Being poor is not a character flaw. There but for the grace of God go all of us. A hardship does not discriminate. It is transcendent. And I'm so tired of my colleagues on the other side. We had a hearing in another committee about student debt and the impact of this $1.6 trillion crisis on credit reports. And in that hearing, they made assumptions about, well, if you can't afford it, then just don't take out the loans. When we have veterans who are defaulting on student loans because of multiple deployments. Stop stereotyping who is struggling. Because under this administration, more people are struggling than ever before because Donald J. Trump, if nothing else, is an equal opportunity offender and abuser. This is child abuse. That's it. The cruelty is the point. And so far as I'm concerned, this administration has blood on their hands because of the humanitarian crisis at the border, because of money that has been allocated but not released to Puerto Rico, because of the scourge of public health, the public health crisis and violence that is gun violence that they refuse to act on, and now starving children. There's so many outright lies and baseless claims I can barely keep up. But he has the nerve to then evoke God and faith and to express a newfound interest in ensuring, quote, that every baby has the best chance to thrive and grow, unquote. And to remind us, quote, that every human life is a sacred gift from God, unquote. Well, the autoimmune disease, alopecia universalis, has robbed me of my hair, but it has not robbed me of my memory, and I spent plenty of time in Sunday school. And Matthew 25:35, this administration has forgotten about the least of these. So this is an ironic assertion to come from this administration, putting more than 3 million individuals, pushing them off of SNAP, including more than 1 million children. In Massachusetts, more than 100,000 people stand to lose access to benefits, including 72,000 children. It's very apropos during this time of year to quote Dr. King, but who doesn't get quoted enough is Coretta. She said, starving a child is violence. Punishing a mother and her family is violence. And contempt for poverty is violence. Let me be clear, this administration's attack on SNAP is nothing more than violence waged on the most vulnerable among us. Our children, the elderly, individuals with disabilities, the poor, and the sick.
What are you trying to hide?
Yo, don't touch her.
What don't you want people to
Call
see?
the authorities. If we're not allowed to, call the authorities.
You can't feed our animals.
Sorry, baby. There's definitely upwards of 50 animals. There's probably cows all on that whole top. It's a double-decker.
The last transport, there were 3 dead ones.
They came from Ontario, so they've probably been on the truck for at least 1 to 2 days with no food, no water, and and they're just on top of each other and they can't barely move. Basically, they're just waiting to go inside, and then once they go inside, they get killed.
Look, she doesn't want to leave him. She doesn't want to leave him.
It's like, can we do anything worse to them?
Don't you be giving them any water. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're gonna...
What are
How do you know what's in there? Get that water out of here.
What do you think it is? It's water. It's
How do I know?
You think we're poisoning
Call
them?
the
They show up
authorities.
here dead.
It's Poland Spring cases. You can
What
look
are you
on the
trying
other
to hide?
side. Yo, don't touch her.
What don't you want people to
Call
see?
the authorities. If we're not allowed to, call the
You can't
authorities.
feed our
That's it.
animals.
We're not feeding them.
We're feeding
We're
them.
giving
It's water.
dehydrated
This is a basic
animals
right
water.
for anybody.
They've been on the truck all
How
night,
do I
right?
know what's in your water?
We don't care.
No, get away from my trailer.
We're not touching
Get
your
away.
trailer.
You're
We're not
touching my
it.
animals.
Actually, we're
You
not.
have no right.
You're dropping them off to their death. They're not yours.
Where do you come up with this stuff?
Listen, we all used to eat animal products. How do you think most people would react if this truck were filled with dogs and cats?
What do you give a
You don't think people would give a
I don't care what you think about dogs or cats.
Do they feel pain?
Yeah, they have it perfect in it. They're fine.
Do they suffer? Do they have the capacity to suffer?
Well, anything has capacity to suffer. Why don't you go to China and try doing this?
Because there's people in China, from China, doing it. I'm from here. I'm
Because
here.
they don't tolerate that. You know, here we're kind and put up with you. These are people here trying to go to work, trying to make a living, and you idiots are out here. You're rotten from the inside out. You can have that on camera. I don't care what you do. Where are you going to put that on YouTube? And who's going to watch it? People like you.
That's fine.
This man brings animals to their death.
Yes, absolutely. And I love it.
Love.
Yes. I feed people.
I've been coming here for about a year. Every other Thursday. I mean, this is the least that we can do, and just by putting this on our social media, when people actually make the connection and see the victim behind who they're eating, that's what it was for me. I was actually on a highway and I saw one of these trucks drive by, and it was filled with pigs, and my dog was sitting next to me in the car, and I looked at her, and I looked back at the truck, at the pig in there, and I looked in one of their eyes, and I made the connection. It was like, there's no difference. They both want to live. They both want to be loved. Why do we eat one and love another? Look at his eyes. Look at him. He's so frightened. He's in so much pain. Like, I wish I could do something. It's just, it sucks. It's like we can't do anything except be here.
I know how it looks in there. I love the animal. That's why we raise them. Because we actually know how it works. We love them. We feed them. That's the only reason they're alive. They're raised.
You love your children too, I guess, right? Do you send them to the slaughterhouse?
Oh no.
How do you kill something that you love?
No, you're an idiot.
Maybe I'm an idiot.
Yeah, put it on this earth for us to eat.
Says who?
Who said that?
Even if they were, if we have the option to not do that, why don't we do that?
Okay, we'd starve to death.
We're all vegan. We all are thriving.
We're
not starving to death.
No, you're not thriving.
You don't know anything about any of us.
Well, there's child abuse right there.
Buddy, the truck's gonna move soon because the driver doesn't know outside, okay? So we're gonna have to stand back in a little bit. Yeah, the driver's inside the truck now.
I kind of try and just block it out now, because otherwise I would just be a wreck, you know? They're definitely killing them in there already.
No, they're dumping. They're dumping. So this is their intestines. A lot of the time it's heads and hooves. Sometimes you'll see an ear tag with their letter. That was an entire corpse that just fell from there. Sometimes the animal, they don't make it inside. They don't make it overnight because the conditions are so horrific inside there as well that they'll die, and then they'll just dump their bodies in there. They'll cover them in ammonia, and then these trucks get sent to rendering plants where they turn it into different soaps and dog food, cat food. It's one after the other. I mean, you'll just see barrels with like guts and hooves.
Oh, you gotta love Trump. You gotta love Trump.
Why do you love our president? What's wrong with you? What is your problem?
I don't think he's a Nazi pig. I mean, maybe a bit chauvinistic.
He's kind of like a Goomba from New York, but a good guy.
Where are we going? Milwaukee! And what are we gonna do when we get there? I understand people don't like the man. I understand that, you know. Everybody has their preference. But if you step back and look at what he has done for this country, you'd understand that he is good. What he does is good.
Anybody have a new dishwasher? I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. It's worthless. I'm talking about dishwashers. When you hear the next one. I'm talking about refrigerators. The only subject they ever talk about is toilets, so I don't mention it. But how about the shower?
I'm on welfare. I'm not a rich person. I am not a rich person voting for Donald Trump. I am a poor person voting for Donald Trump.
This is our inaugural bus ride. We're going to take off. We're going to Toma, Wisconsin. Before we get to Toma, I'll start getting the flags out for you guys. We're going to do a quick flag drop. Then 2 cheese heads are going to get on. Give our bus driver, Greg, the strength to put up with us. Woo! Yes, Lord.
Most of the Make America Great hats, or the people wearing them, are just regular common Americans that just can't believe what's happening. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America.
What we do, we're out and about, and we have a Trump hat on, like this, and somebody scowls at you and goes, ha! We call that triggering a liberal.
We love Trump!
What happens when you pull a trigger on a gun? It goes bang, bang. So when we trigger a liberal, we go bang, 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 bang. So bang, 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 bang.
All right, Randall, you gotta warn me with that fucking siren. Nearly jumped out of my goddamn seat.
don't attack the Democrats. You're a Democrat and you walk up to a bunch of Republicans at one of these events. Republicans don't attack you. It's the other way around.
Liberals suck. Liberals suck. This side isn't a violent side. We're normal. We're loving, fun, caring people. And we don't have hate in our body because we don't want hate.
I despise socialism. A lot of the times I despise what the left is promoting and doing. And I understand that they want to have this utopia or this, everything's everyone and gender's the social construct and all that stupid bullshit.
A lot of us are the silent majority, where we're a little subtle on showing our love for President Trump and our passion for President Trump. We've gotten singled out and verbally, physically attacked.
This is in the middle of nowhere. This is a truck stop banner drop. Look at this.
Yeah, baby, Trump!
You guys are fucking nuts. Oh my God, the flag people are coming. They're coming.
Previous road trip with Brandon, we went down to see Biden in Iowa, which was a lot of fun. But this is my first real bus trip to go to see Trump.
Just to let you know, the Mall of America is owned by Muslims, and so we have no right there. I had my Trump hat on, and these girls came by. They're probably 19, 20 years old. There was 3 of them, and they were hollering at me and threatening to throw me over the rail of the Mall of America. These Democrats turned on me and went and lied and said I threatened them.
Trump, Trump, Trump! 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 USA! 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 USA!
You guys, get this on camera! The travel center's kicking us off! Bang, bang!
Bang, bang! Bang, bang! You know we don't have to go nowhere! Bang, bang!
Not on our property! Not on our property! Bang, bang!
Yeah! Yeah! This is America! We can do this here! Yeah!
Kicked out of the Dick Kingle Travel Center.
We are now going to proceed to the next fun part of our trip. USA! 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 USA!
My biggest thing now is I don't care if you're left or right, if you love America, that's all I need. If you truly believe in this country, I don't care. But a lot of these radical leftists like Omar and the others and the squad, they hate this country. They have proven they've hated this country.
Washington Democrats have never been more extreme than they are now. They're going crazy. They're going totally loony.
I'm so tired of this vision. I am so tired of it.
Bernie and the radical left cannot protect your family, and they cannot protect our country, nor do they want to.
You're unable to have an adult conversation with the people you disagree with. I would love to sit down like I am with you and just talk.
The Republican Party is the party of the American worker, the American family, the American dream, and of course, Honest Abe Lincoln, right?
We're going to be trying to start a lot of different new chants. One of them is CNN, stop the lies. CNN, stop the lies, okay? It says CNN sucks. We'd rather, tell them to stop the lies. We know they suck, but we want them to stop the lies.
Anything I say that's even slightly false, it's headlines. Trump said this. These people.
CNN, stop the lies! CNN, stop the lies! Jim Acosta, stop lying! Jim Acosta, stop lying!
I'm proud to be an American. Baby, I know I'm free.
God bless our military. Our president is our best advocate for any of our military men and women.
And you know what I did with the soldiers? No. They don't tell you the true story because they're a bunch of corrupt people back there.
We've been brainwashed. But luckily, there's enough of us that have been able to pull back from that brink of the brainwashing to understand that.
You know, I one time said, we're going to get everybody a Rolls Royce. And CNN on one of them said, they never said, and they never promised a Rolls Royce. Donald Trump lied tonight. I said every illegal alien will have a Rolls Royce. They said he lied tonight. These people are sick.
Most of our attitudes are created by news bites of just baloney. It's just, and then they say it over and over again, and then they go to an office and they say it over and over again. Pretty soon that's their reality.
That's CNN. That's how fake. Right there. Turn the camera off.
What are you watching here?
Well, I actually don't watch anything anymore. I don't think Fox is as good as it used to be. You know, there were some things about Fox I didn't like either. But it was the only one that was actually trying to give you some reality.
Perfect day for the flag. Oh my God, it's like Washington crossing the Delaware.
We're sitting in the age of universal observation. The idea that we're all getting it from a TV channel now is it's bunk.
Fox is part of the mainstream media. I'm talking about, I'd say brainwash the media for the last 35 years. It was all part of a plan that there's psychological warfare for us to manipulate us. And had we not had George Gore or Al Gore come along and make the internet for us, we've been screwed.
Oh, you want to hear about Q? Q is a handful of military intelligence that begged Trump to run. He didn't want to run. He's a billionaire, and Q Plus is Trump. They don't want to expose it because it's supposed to be a conspiracy theory. It's not. It's a reality beyond what you can imagine.
It's not a cult because it's not telling people what to think. It's teaching people to think for themselves and to research and
use logical reasoning.
He does air cues, and his tweets are misspelled for a reason. All the timestamps have meaning. They lead to the drops. And when he does Kaveve and the smoking gun, the smocking gun, it's all code for what he's telling us.
CNN! CNN! Stop the lies! CNN! Stop the lies! CNN! Stop the lies! CNN! Stop the lies!
We like Trump because he tells us the truth. He doesn't lie.
Even if I don't like to hear it, I want to hear it. You know, so we can actually get the facts and then move on. You know, all this political nonsense talk is so unhelpful. I love Trump because he tells it how it is, regardless if it's, popular or politically correct.
They're all somewhat puppets, are controlled by the deep state, by the cabal. Look it up. Go on YouTube.
Boo the fake press! Boo!
Fake news! North Korea was controlled by the cabal, deep state, whatever you want to talk, and you see how Kim Jong-un is friends. He's smiling now. He's free. Trump has set him free.
You know, being a part of this group and its family, knowing people that love the same person that you do, love this country, love the flag, loves our troops and the police, it's home. And you don't see that, especially in the media now. Everything's so negative. I mean, whether it's left or right, it's always so negative. We don't need that nonsense anymore.
This is a show we're watching right now. It's already, everything's decided. Everything you see, and Q says, what makes a good show? Great actors and a happy ending.
Woo! There ain't no doubt about it.